So, I heard everybody's really excited about that Christmas update, so we're gonna play a good old game of Albanian-style snow fight. 3 simple rules. You're only allowed to punch, use one of your skills and no more than that, and of course, depleted plutonium snowballs. Eternus, but it's a snowball fight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have live 12 Eternus players hours after the Christmas update who are about to show their snowball skills. Ooh. So let me explain the rules for this game. The Eternus will only have access to 3 things. They will be allowed to punch, they will be allowed to use a singular skill, and we will go and look through everyone's skills. And the third thing that they're allowed to do is... oh god, the punching is hilarious. And the third thing that they're allowed to do is throw snowballs. As I was saying, the third thing that they're allowed to do is use their snowball. Their snowballs do a lot, and I mean a lot of damage. Even starting, they already do 40 damage, and that's going to increase over the course of the game. By the very end, every 8 seconds, they will be allowed to throw a snowball that does 1,200 damage. And more pause log, god. Anyhow, we will now look and see what the actual skills being picked are. The first one is, of course, Dormant. He has picked the door. Let's see what Paradox has. Paradox has picked Grenade. Interesting. Geist has picked Malice. Ooh, funky. McGinnis has picked Turret. She's going Turret. Okay. And Dino has picked Nothing. Picking Nothing means that he's probably going to go for that Singularity later in the game. Vindicta has also picked Nothing. She's going to go for Snipe. Very smart. Calico has gone for Cat. Ooh, funky. Anyhow, Shiv has gone for Killing Blow, so he's just going to be Killing Blowing. Haze has gone for Sleep Dagger. Makes sense. Blasted on Billy. Good for punching. Shoulder Charge on Abrams. Normal stuff so far. Maurice has gone for Combo. Oh, another pause. And who is left? I think Calico is on Cat. Anyhow, this is going to be the game, folks. It's going to be a whole bunch of punching in the beginning, a whole bunch of skills in the middle, and a whole bunch of snowballs in the end. We're going to have to see how these guys pan it out. Snowball in a millisecond. Is that enough time? Ah, misses the snowball. Okay, but interesting choice. What do you think of this cat form choice by Calico? I mean, like, it has to be a wonky one, hasn't it?
It's certainly not what I was expecting. I was almost certain it was going to be a Leaping Slash or a Gloom Bomb build, but, I mean, high mobility, I guess it works. You know, it's something.
Yes. By the way, Mimi is back in the casting chair. He's been on the observing chair for such a long time. Oh, well,
I'm
what's
free.
the... You're free. Okay, look at Billy. He looks funky. All right, he gets fixed. But yeah, we've been having a whole bunch of crashes. Very unfortunate. It's apparently modded servers are a little bit unstable after this patch. But what are you gonna do when you're the modded server channel? Are you just like not gonna run any games? Anyhow, interesting choices so far. They are allowed to use active items. I do see cold fronts on a whole bunch of these people. Rebuttals on almost everyone, which makes perfect sense. It is going to be a very punch-heavy early game. I mean, I don't know. Cat form with just like Torment Pulse or mobility and just come and punch people? I don't know if that is correct. But it is an interesting choice nevertheless. What do you think about all of these like alt people? So I really understand the people who have picked like the 1, 2, 3 skills, but picking your alt means you're gonna have just a much weaker early game, doesn't it?
Well, absolutely it does, but I think if we take a look at kind of the big players who actually chose to win for their ult, things like Dynamo, Vindicta, and Shiv, those really come to mind as, you know, there's our kind of finishing ultimates, right? So the Snipe or the Execute, or even, you know, just big Dino ult can really change the tide of a game. So I think it's really just the players who just have the critical ults that can either seal a kill or really, you know, change the tide of a team fight. Those all make sense to me for kind of greeting for those ults.
Yeah. So it is minute 4. The snowballs now do 80 damage. The snowballs are going to increase every single minute. And they have 2 charges too. So that's also going to be fun. Just so you can spam those snowballs. Now, I want to talk a little bit about some of the heroes that didn't get picked. One hero that really surprised me actually that wasn't picked was Talon. Because Talon can be very self-sufficient with those charged shots. Do a lot of damage very quickly against one target. And what are you going to do about it? Another another DC. I think the players are just gonna roll with it. If someone DCs, that's just part of the game. But yeah, it's happening when people are pairing, which is interesting because Armada has nothing to do with pairing. But yeah, in terms of initial strategy, Mimi, what do you think? Do you think that we're going to see a lot of early brawls? Do you think people are just going to be more isolated in their lanes? They don't really have the mobility necessary, right?
Yeah, no, mobility is definitely going to be a challenge. I'm really interested to see. I think this Vindicta is going to be a huge threat once that snipe comes online. Because if we're just looking at the health bars, everybody's not really quite sitting at full. You know, the Haze is pretty weak, the Abrams is pretty weak, and those are easy snipes for the Vindicate.
Yeah. I mean, interesting choice by the Mo. He's gonna go Spirit Resilience for a third item. That's actually very funky. I mean, some items that we're about to see are going to be weird. I think we're going to see melee builds on almost every single person. We're going to see Torment Pulse on almost every single person. Are we going to see a lot of like spirit stuff? Like, for example, Tank Buster will be really good with the bombs, with the snowballs later in the game, right?
Yeah, I think Tank Buster's definitely a critical buy. I'd be shocked if all the players don't go for it eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Mo seems to be having trouble unlocking his ult.
The Mo is having trouble unlocking
I'm
his
seeing
ult.
the same thing.
4.5k. It seems like he switched to Burrow because of that.
Same with Shiv. The Vin has still yet to commit, but all of them so far haven't been able to get their ults.
Oh my god, they're just rolling with it though. Okay, good. Again, this is one of the problems with having modded servers. Sometimes you just don't really know what the hell is going to happen. I guess we did mod it so that they could only unlock one of their skills. We were very specific about that. But yeah, I mean, you're going to go Dash Shiv. Dash Shiv is still a very good build. One of the strongest skills in the game. Of course, without that rage, is going to be a lot less useful. And Taz Devil got a snowball kill. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time in the game. The snowballs are doing how much damage now? 110 damage, and they have 2 charges. That is a very respectable amount. That is 20% of the health of this Haze, and 20% of the health of, frankly, most characters in the game.
What a parry by Doorman there.
Yeah, fantastic parry so far. But yeah, this is really gonna change the game plan for some of these characters. I mean, so let's see. Shiv went for Dash, Mo went for Burrow. I presume Vindicta went for Crow.
Vindicta went for Flight.
For Flight.
Yes.
So correct me if I'm wrong, Mimi. I've been known to be very wrong. People always tell me in the comments I'm wrong. But one of the big bonuses of Flight is that you can get far away from your enemies and shoot them with extra spirit.
Absolutely.
And what is one of the core characteristics of this game, you would say?
You cannot shoot.
Yeah, well, that's an interesting choice then, isn't it? Just aggressively fly into the punches? Oh, fantastic counter parry there. That's going to trade it into a 1-for-1. But yeah, I mean, the parry games has been insane. Very bloody early game. 12 to 15. Not even minute 10. Very bloody for an Eternus game so far. And things are pretty equal. 40k for 42k. Nothing too one-sided so far. Anyhow, the max builds are being reached by everyone in terms of skills. Like, everyone's gonna have those max dashes, those max doors. I don't know how much that's gonna matter, but we're gonna have to see here. And, okay, one dash here. You're under the walker. Oh my god, Liz just went too freaking deep, and that Shiv survived. I mean, one of the techniques that is very important with Shiv is just, oh, you can take him up to 100, it's fine, he's just gonna die to bloodletting. But this Shiv doesn't have any bloodletting, so if he's at 40 health, it just means you're gonna die instead.
She's just gonna try to sit over top of him and hit him with snowballs from, you know, up top, downtown. And I mean, it's working okay, but it's
the snowballs
certainly not as good as snipe, I don't think.
Yeah, the snowballs do get faster over the course of the game. I do have to say they are right now at 58 meters per second. They're gonna get very, very fast, very, very quickly. They're already at 16 and now a lot faster. I mean, that's a snowball kill, ladies and gentlemen. Snowball kill. Snowball kills everywhere. Yeah. Have we seen any tank busters? What are the interesting items being picked right now, Mimi?
So right now, it's mainly just everybody's going for their spirit builds. You know, kind of one of the more interesting things, it makes sense, but Hayes actually got Quicksilver. And typically, you know, the big advantage of Quicksilver, it reloads your gun, but it also does a little bit of bonus spirit damage to your ability. So it's an interesting pickup, but it makes sense for sure on Sleep Dagger. And then Abrams, of course, already has Spirit Resilience. I think a few players are probably going to start working on that shortly. But yeah, very interesting buys, a lot of actives. I see some Torment Pulses coming up. And yeah.
I do like that Spirit Snatch choice. I mean, it's a very typical Abrams choice, but in this game where everybody's going to be getting Spirit Resilience, any sort of Spirit Resistance threat is going to matter so damn much. But yeah, I mean, I do want to say, I think Quicksilver Reload, it's really sad because I think Quicksilver Reload is probably one of the items in the game that's most misused compared to its original design. Like, it's clear to me that the original design is, if you have a lot of abilities, but you also have a lot of gun, you can just use Quicksilver Reload and recharge your gun with your abilities. But the vast majority of people who use Quicksilver Reload as a part of their builds are using it just to buff a specific ability. Of course, we're talking about the Moes, we're talking about the Lashes, right? They're not necessarily doing it because they need to really recharge their gun. I don't know, a really sad design reality that sometimes these players are just going to abuse some of the cooler items. But what are you going to do? Eliminate the damage from Quicksilver? One of the interesting things, actually, I do want to say about the fact that these players do not have, like, their traditional damage things. They just have one ability. Is that you can have a Dynamo stay with for 15-20 seconds just around the walker and nothing kills him because, like, how are you going to kill him? Are you just going to dive the walker? Now, here's an interesting question for you. Are we going to see Transcendent cooldowns?
I think so. Absolutely. I think a lot of these players are going to be going for Transcendent. It just makes sense. I think they're going to be going for a lot of actives. Tank Buster helps with as well. So I think there's a lot of utility there that these players are going to be looking to capitalize on.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, McGinnis with her turrets is going to be so powerful. Those McGinnis turrets do a lot of damage. And usually the way that you counter them is just you throw Kudzu at them or something. But guess what? When you don't have any skills, those turrets are going to be doing all the damage for you. I'm actually really, really liking this McGinnis choice. We have also been seeing almost no crashes for a little while now. Things have been stabilizing, huh?
Yeah, it's been much better. And I
knock
do just
on
want
wood,
to
you
point
know?
out, we need to be on the lookout for the Mo, who's currently, his next item to buy is Shadow Weave.
Shadow Weave. Ooh, I like that. Shadow Weave Burrow. I mean, like, isn't Veil Walker just a better Shadow Weave for bow purposes, or am I wrong?
I mean, I would tend to agree with you, but I'm not good enough to be questioning an Eternus player going for something like this, so
Yeah.
I have full trust that he knows what he's cooking up.
Yeah, of course. All right, nice urn being secured there. Dormant's urn capabilities are still going to be incredibly important. Oh, here's an interesting question. What do you think about mid in these circumstances?
I think it's impossible. I don't think these players are going to scale enough to have good damage for mid unless they all just decide to start punching it. But even then, I think it's too long. It's going to be too risky. I don't anticipate any mid plays, but I'm happy to be proven wrong.
Yeah, okay. So the Paradox's build is a little bit more clear now. We're going Echo Shard, Grenade. And I mean, those grenades do a lot of damage. I mean, look at that. 100 a tick here? Doesn't matter, unfortunately. I wish we could have like a counter of all the snowball kills.
That would be fun.
Because there's already been like 7 or 6 or 7 at least, right?
And we've had a number of them, and I assume we're gonna see a lot more.
Yes. Well, they do 190 damage each, and they have 3 charges at this point. They have 70 meters per second velocity. That is very, very high, and 1 projectile. I think the number of projectiles does increase in a little bit, but yeah. They're gonna do so much damage so quickly. McGinnis has grabbed the urn. We do see that Sapphire is really, really favored right now. Unfortunately, with no Vindicta, no Dynamo ult, which are very important skills, what are you gonna do? Yeah, this Malice stacks are proving very useful. Why has she not upgraded Malice to full? Can you explain that to me, Mimi?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't.
I am so confused. Like, there's nothing like the actively detrimental, right? Can we check the Malice description? I'm trying to remember what Malice tier 1 does.
It's just the last tier is plus 7% damage amp, but that shouldn't increase the self damage.
Yeah. What? That's so strange. Oh no, goes right through. Huh? Alright, she just got. Okay, never mind. I presume what's happening right now is that a lot of these players will have some sort of build odd, and the build usually has like a skill thing, right? Where it reminds you to upgrade your skills. And presumably, I mean, I've played a little bit of guys, but upgrading Malice as your first, like, as your first 5-pointer, I don't think that's a good idea. Ooh, we do see an ambush here. The Billy is waiting. I do love this ambush tactics a little bit. Okay, so you're gonna have the Abrams come in. Oh, I'm a weak little Abrams. I mean, it's very interesting because oh yeah, I mean it doesn't matter. But yeah, I do like the idea that you could just fly, because I mean half your damage is coming from punching. What are you gonna do? Punch them in? But one knockdown is all that it takes to completely destroy your game plan here. The Malice is gonna do so much damage with those amps, and it's gonna help a lot with the snowballs. This guy does have 3 snowballs still left, and those 3 snowballs will do a lot of damage if she gets close. Wait, did I see several projectiles on the snowballs already?
Yes, I believe we're up to 2 projectiles.
We're up to 2 projectiles. 4 charges, 2 projectiles. These snowballs are gonna start to really, really, really hurt.
I wonder when we're going to start seeing something like... I wonder if these players are going to go for something like Spellbreaker to try and really minimize the damage off of, well, all the abilities and the snowballs.
I mean, it's like... Okay, not to say that the abilities have not been valuable, not to say that the snowballs have not gotten kills. They clearly have. We see it on the right side of the screen. But isn't it melee that's doing the vast majority of the damage here? Don't you want to just get a little bit more melee resist? I don't know what your melee resist items are. Torment Bolts, Close Quarters. There's something. A Juggernaut, I think, has melee resist too. You would think those would be priority because just how much damage is coming in the form of melees. But, yeah, we're gonna have to see.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look right now and kind of seeing all the damage players are taking, and surprisingly, a lot of it isn't from melee. A significant majority of it is actually from those snowballs. Across the board, yeah.
Well, I guess it makes sense if you have 4 charges of snowballs. So let's look at this after this fight, which is proving to be really good. Love the Vindicta chasing, throwing snowballs. We should have given all these guys like a wall, but the wall should have been white, like a snowball wall or something. I mean, oh, what are you gonna do there? Oh, the knockdown is just in time. Are you gonna go for a melee pick here? Nope. Anyhow, what was I gonna say? So right now the snowballs have 4 charges, 2 projectiles, 230 damage. Quick back of the envelope math. That's 2,000 damage from your snowballs alone in a very short amount of time. Does rapid recharge work on snowballs? That is a question I don't think I would have ever asked. But, yeah. No, he has 4. He has 4. Okay, so never mind. Extra charge does not work on the snowball item. That's really sad. Wait, this is actually really interesting for modding purposes. Did we get the first ever item in Deadlock history that has charges? Like, you can use multiple times?
As far as I know.
Yeah, because I mean, there's items with charges, as in, like, for example, a restorative locket, but like, that's not the kind of charges we're talking about here. That's actually going to be interesting for modding purposes. If you guys have very good ideas, you should put them in the comments and see what we can do with items that have charges now. Because we can probably just copy that little bit of thing that says you have charges.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
Yeah, that'll be really interesting to see. Do big parry there.
Yeah, big parry.
Gonna come in uncontested.
Uncontested. I mean, fantastic stuff. We just see all these guys punching. Earns invisible? Ooh, interesting, funky. It was very visible for us. Sometimes there's bugs. Not much we can do if the players are having bugs. Oh, Vindicta. It must feel so sad for her, just like hovering in the sky, seeing a target, and then there's nothing she can do. Debuff remover already bought by her. Very, very smart choice, given the knockdowns are just here. Ooh, I didn't think I saw this before. Is that Trophy Collector? What a... Like a funky choice. Trophy Collector has certainly been a little bit weaker after the nerfs. A little bit rarer of an item.
Yeah, and that's... In fact, Paradox is the only person who has Trophy Collector, so... It's
Well,
certainly
in this
not a
sort of
popular
game.
pick amongst...
24 to
teams,
38 game, though. Like, that's a very bloody game. Ava is getting chased, and there's a lot of snowballs heading at her. I don't know if she's going to be able to survive this. As I say that, she does. God, the power of Ava, huh? With Torment Pulse, just activate items. Big fight happening here. I've heard like 15 rebuttals at this point, and that is one dead McWinnis. Now, of course, is this going to devolve into a really, really big fight? The power of the Geist is being shown here. The Shiv is very, very, very low. He's going to have to do a dash very quickly in order to survive. He does not have any sort of healing other than that rebuttal. He does have Boundless. He does have Tank Buster. It's going to be really valuable, but he does not have anything that makes him stay in the fight. Instead, Abrams going to die. That's 2 picks. 2 picks on both sides. These fights are proving to be very, very, very balanced, which begs the question, how is the game going to close?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think there's still quite a few question marks here. Of course, one of the big ones standing out to me is how is a base race going to go? How is, you know, trying to shoot down the Patron, trying to get the weakened down, how is that going to work with a bunch of snowballs being thrown around?
Yeah, I mean, like, the problem that we saw it with Guardians a lot, is that you kind of have to wait for the minions to do the damage, which really isn't an option in these base races. Of course, you can always just punch, and that's going to be a lot of fun punching, especially when the Patron is in air. But, I mean, is that what you want to do? Just punch the Patron away? Maybe it is. Okay, we see this Calco chasing very, very deeply here. I do hear the beautiful sounds of mid-boss as all of this is happening. The Malice stacks are just multiplying. Mid-boss is falling right now.
Sneaky pick.
Oh, God. And...
Parry!
3! Oh, but what are you going to do? There's already been a bunch of picks. Only 1 rejuve left. There's a bunch of snowball kills. And that Shiv is dead, and that is going to be a lot of advantage for Amber, despite those mid-boss deaths. Very well done. Now, right now the Snowball does 280 damage, has 2 projectiles and 5 charges. That is a lot of damage heading your way. That is, back of the envelope math, about 3,000 damage? That sounds about right? Yeah, 2,800 damage, which is enough to kill this Paradox, kinda, mostly. But presumably there's going to be other skills happening. I think the Eternuses are really relying on their actives to do a lot of damage. I've seen, we're seeing this Paradox going to go for a very, very nice outfire. Oh my god, those grenades do so much damage to the Walker. That actually is insane. I don't think I've ever seen like a Paradox Bob build like this. Most Paradoxes will go for their big combo. Just try to get that swap, try to get that wall in. But yeah.
Yeah, this is a very all-in
yeah, which
bomb
we
build
love.
by the Paradox.
We love that. That's a good bomb build. Makes for a show. Okay, the last rejuve has been wasted. This Doorman is trying to escape. Is that going to be enough? Yes, it is, I think, right? Oh, no, he's still being chased.
Shiv looking at him.
Yeah, he does have that slowing hex, but is that going to be enough? I mean, no, not at all, right? Yeah,
This
but
team's
he's
kind of
back.
coming in. They might be in trouble here. You might just get out.
Oh, no, I
Wow,
mean,
that bomb.
this Paradox is actually doing an insane, incredible amount of damage. Like, oh, God. But, yeah, that's 2 picks happening on the Sapphire team. The 3rd pick might happen with that, the very, very low Abrams. The Geist is looking for him. Is that going to be enough? Burrow on the Mole Man. The Mole Man still doesn't have escalating, which he really needs if he's gonna go burrow build. But yeah, that's a pick on the Dynamo. The game is very back and forth. These guys are incredible Eternus players. Some of these guys are channel regulars. Some of them are approaching the game for the very first time. Well, not the game, but like, you know, the Gluten Stick channel for the very first time. And we do see the last Walker goes in. That's going to be a very valuable spec slot. And we do see Scourge. I do really like that Scourge choice. What do you think about that, Mimi?
Yeah, I mean, it's a super solid item. I mean, everybody's already going to have to be pretty close. It's really difficult to hit those snowballs at range, and with all the melee damage, they're going to be kind of in that aura to begin with, so makes perfect sense. I love it.
98. How much spirit resistance does this Abrams have? 45% spirit resilience. And he also has the passive with 30% below. Yeah, that's actually an insane amount of spirit resilience. That's going to make him impervious to the snowballs, to the glutonium. What do we call it? I forgot. I already forgot.
Depleted glutonium.
Depleted glutonium snowballs, yes. But yeah, Ern has been picked up.
They hurt a lot.
Yes. I am very dense after all. Anyhow, let us go and look at this Ern. Ern has been deposited using the power of the Doorman.
Yeah, Hayes has a really powerful combo she's doing with just knife, punch, snowball, echo shard, knife, punch, snowball, and
that's a lot of damage.
The trick. It hurts a lot.
Yeah. Have we reached the third snowball yet? Actually, wait, let me check after this fight. The McGinnis turrets are still, in theory, supposed to do a lot of damage. I know that they are. They're just getting punched to hell. But no, she survives. Gets a parry and she survives. Very well done.
See if she gets out on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, like, fighting her. She's trying to teleport again. They're just so limited on damage. And it works out. The McGinnis just managed to back out. Okay. This McGinnis is spending so much time, it must be worth it at this point, right? And now with 2 picks, Team Sapphire is looking to just push and see what they can get. I mean, they kind of have to abuse this advantage. You do already see the Scourges, the knockdowns, every single active item that they can get their hands on, just to do a little bit more damage. The snowballs are great, but they are not great enough. A snowball kill has been earned right now. That's 3 people down. The Haze is so close to being dead. Unfortunate.
But Hayes got out of that fight at 5 HP.
Which is a normal amount of HP to get out of a fight with. I mean, if you have
Four more than you need.
Yeah, it's 4 more than you need. If you have a smoke bomb, that's just a very easy escape. But she does not have smoke bomb. That proves how good she is as a player. But yeah. I mean, what are we gonna see here?
Hayes did decide, you know what, I hate not having Smoke Bomb, I'm going to get it anyway, and decided to get Shadow Weave, which is pretty much the same thing.
Pretty much the same thing, right? I mean, Shadow Weave is a good item. We've seen a couple people pick it up. Just try to, like, pelt somebody with snowballs while you're invisible. But yeah, everyone's hovering. Mid-boss is starting soon, apparently, because everyone's gathering around it. And this time around, it's going to be very easy to pick up. Those, yeah, that's, how are you going to contest that? You're not even close to being in position. Abrams is coming in. He's going to look for a nice shoulder charge. He doesn't grab much, and that is...
Oh, they
2
got
pigs!
2!
That's actually huge for the Sapphire team. And now the fight commences. And, I mean, okay, 1 Orijuve already wasted. The big chase here on Shiv. 3 people pelting him with snowballs. Is that going to be enough? But Shiv in a corridor like this is when he's the strongest. He's going to revive here at full health. He's going to have so many dashes. But, yeah, they just decide not to take that fight, I guess. I don't know. The Sapphire did lose both of the regions that they got. They do have this very good pick on this Geist. I mean, what are you gonna do? Geist has 2 more snowballs. Is that gonna be enough damage? The Spirit Burns are doing work here. This Abrams is gonna die, right? Yes, he does, but not before he takes Geist with him. Fantastic gameplay so far, right, Mimi?
Yeah, I mean, that was a fantastic counter. Sure, you know, they kind of went away from that fight bruised, but so is the other team. So they really neutralized that, made sure they didn't get a huge advantage out of it.
Yeah. We are in minute 32. If the script is correct, now this have 3 projectiles, 420 damage. Wait, we did put the 420 in? Let's go! That is the brilliant mind of Artemon. I realized too late. I think I said to him, just put 400. That's going to be fine. And he put 420. What a Chad. But yeah, 420 with 3 projectiles and 7 charges. That is almost 8,000 damage, if my math is correct. 8,400 damage, something like that. Probably a little bit more. Oh, this is so devastating. Oh my god! Did you see that? Did you just see what that Paradox did to that poor Haze? How much?
I have no words.
What?
I have no words.
What the hell? Maybe I should start running this build on ladder.
But yeah, I might have to. Just did the math, and it is 8,820 damage if all snowballs hit.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane. That's enough to kill almost every single person. How much spirit resist do they have? They all have... Oh, I saw someone with 5%. Oh, that explains why the Haze died. The Haze has 5% spirit resist. The Haze is playing like a Haze. She's like, oh, I'll just out-heal using my bullet lifesteal. Well, guess what, Haze? You have no bullet lifesteal. You are screwed. Okay, this Apex is being chased, pelted with snowballs. Turret has been put in place. Is it gonna be enough? I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be able to survive here. The Paradox is also there. That's 2v1. You're 2v1 in the sewers. So you're not gonna win this.
Big
he gets
snowball damage.
He does get 2 parries, but not gonna be enough. The Billy is, however, hunting. I mean, I don't know if that's a good.
Not the way you wanted to go.
Yeah. The Paradox is probably the scariest freaking hero in the game right now. And he gets caught off the zip. Oh. That is 2 picks for Team Amber.
Yes, surely they try to get a good push in here.
Yeah, I mean, they're going looking for picks again. This Haze just dies so easily with no spirit resist. Like, you're just going to die to a single snowball hit. That's actually insane. Yeah, I mean, this is proving to be a very, very fun event. The Guardians are dying in all directions. Yeah, the get as many stacks as possible plus Snowball is proving to be so freaking good. I'm loving this Paradox strat. 4 picks already on the Sapphire team. Those shrines are just disappearing, and the Patron is gonna die. Are you gonna stay here or are you gonna leave? You do not have rejuve. Yeah. Oh my god.
Crazy.
Yeah, Paradox is...
Pull.
Who is Paradox? Fearless. Who's Fearless? Actually don't know. Anyhow, 2 bombs coming in on that Patron, and that's enough. The Patron's just gonna die. You just have to be in pit, right? Oh no. Okay, that's fine.
It is Paradox. That's crazy.
That was an insane game of Deadlock, ladies and gents. Happy holidays from everyone in the Glue and Sync channel. We surely do love when patches drop with no warning, and I have to figure out how to make, edit, and publish a video within 24 hours. Have a good day, folks.